Let's crank this up! Welcome to Fort Inland. Sorry for not making vids in a long time, but been really busy and all that stuff. Now I finally got around to making a vid. I'd like to start talking about the Alabama and LSU championship game in a rematch of the game of the century, in which LSU won 9-6 in the regular season at Alabama. But this time it's a much different game. Alabama, they did not have any kicking problems except getting one field goal block, but even the misjudged point didn't matter because Alabama had already won the game at that time. The key things for Alabama were they were able to move the ball consistently, keep the LSU defense tired. While they didn't get touchdowns, they put time-consuming drives, got field goals, and their defense did not even let LSU get across the midfield until the fourth quarter. What's so key is that LSU, their offense, Jordan Jefferson has struggled to not do that well last time against Alabama. It's just that LSU's defense was able to make plays the first time around, and the offense made just enough plays. But however, the LSU offense could not make enough plays. I mean, Jordan Jefferson did not take some shots downfield. If I were Les Miles at that game, I think he should have gone to Jarrett Lee. Because Jarrett Lee had an arm to get the ball downfield. But it was just, Alabama just took control of that game. It was like no chance at all. Despite, Trent Richardson finally got a touchdown, but when you put time-consuming drives, you wear down the defense. And LSU, having not allowed a touchdown all game, were worn out, and then Trent Richardson just took one to the house on them. So that sums it up. People say, what happened for Oklahoma State play? But Alabama, by the way, they won. I think they're the clear. They deserve to be in the BCS National Championship. And it was a very convincing win for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Now, I also like to start talking about the NFL. The playoff weekend, Tim Tebow does it again. He beats the Pittsburgh Steelers. The question is, can he beat the New England Patriots? I think the Patriots and Browns will be a high-scoring game, and it'll also come down to which defense makes the plays. But I think the Patriots will give up the run. I think their strategy is the Patriots should give up some run yards, but just how bad Pittsburgh got burnt bad in the past game. Tebow averaged like 30 yards a pass on Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh can keep, New England. New England can keep Tebow from allowing the big plays. They should be fine with an offense like Tom Brady and Wes Welker and Chad Ochocinco. Now, the Saints and Niners. Niners were a surprise team this year, but I have a feeling the Niners will beat the Saints because it's at San Francisco Candlestick where the 49ers have been very good this year. And let's face it, the Saints aren't that great of a road team. You lose at St. Louis, you lose at Tampa Bay. Well, at Green Bay is expected, but those Tampa Bay and St. Louis, not very good on the Saints' resume. And now, the other game between the Giants and the Packers. I think it will be a shootout because, first of all, Packers' defense is horrendous. They allow the most passing yards. Giants' defense is fine, but I think Aaron Rodgers will tear apart after having a good week's rest off. And if he gets hurt, Matt Flynn's still really capable. He threw 6 touchdowns on Detroit. So I think that game will be another high-scoring game. And how can the Packers, Giants, how can the Giants finally put a stop to Aaron Rodgers? Limit his yards, limit the big plays. And it will come down to, can the Packers defense make the stops they need to stop? It will come down to defense. Who will make the stop at the end? And it could also come down to who has the ball last, like they did the first times they met. Ravens and Texans. Hey, Texans. TJ Yates, what a surprise. 2 quarters went down. He's ready to play. Texans, with a bounce tag of Arian Foster, a great defense, with J.J. Watt and Jonathan Joseph, I think that they will give Flacco some problems. Because I think the Texans defense will stop the run, like they did to Cedric Benson, force Flacco to pass, which is not his passing game, and they will force Flacco to make some mistakes. And I think the offense will play a very conservative game, which is running the ball at Arian Foster, throwing short passes, and having some time-consuming rest. I think that Texans can actually pull off this upset. But yeah, well, that does it for Fourth and Line. See you next time. Next time we'll talk about the NFL and more about the NFL and then NBA and college basketball season starts. I'll get more to basketball next week. See you next time.